Supercoach 360.
Supercoach 360. Animation Crook.
Supercoach 360 podcast.
Thank you to Roscoe for that, mate. Obviously, the big change there is Turbo out. And Cooler to fullback, but apart from that, not really a great deal of Supercoach relevance in all of that.
I think Cooler maintains
What?
like fullback spot,
I've
or
got
Garrett
no idea.
goes
I've got
there.
no idea how he plays fullback, so.
Let's hope so.
But yeah, okay. So we got Guy here for his Super Pod segment.
How we doing, boys?
Good Guy, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I wasn't on the happy cappy pappy train, so
Yeah, you know.
bit disappointing. Put up, I think, 1160, 1170, something around there. But I'm in the 20,000s with UConn now, so
Yeah.
hopefully bounce back this week. But I was looking at just the pods under 5%. I felt as though this week, apart from maybe May, if you don't have him already,
Yep.
there was no really must have.
Yep.
So this was a week I felt a lot of people going different options. So I was looking at ones that no one were going. First one on the list was Campbell Graham. He's averaged 60 through the first 4 games, but they have played Panthers, Storm and Roosters. He doesn't play any of the big 3 again until round 19, which we'll touch on in the draw. So that's a big loss. The only losses I could see Rabbits having during that run was either Eels or Manly. But even then, I think Rabbits still could put in a good result anyway. I'm surprised at how low he is considering he's got the honey badger look. I thought more people would be into the look. But what do you boys think about him?
Look, I'm a fan. I'm a massive fan. I've been a fan of his for years, man. If he was on that left-hand side, I'd probably start with him every year. It was just a matter of how they were going to use Ilias for me. I drafted the bloke, but for my classic team, he was a bit expensive to start the year. Once my players start to juice up, probably he's a definite look in for me because he won't play Origin. At best, he'll be 18th, 19th man.
Yep. He is 517k, break even is 62, so not going up at a rate that you have to bring him in. But with their draw, I think
That's it.
at that ownership, he could be one to target. Next one on the list was one you mentioned before, Daniel Tupou. I was surprised that only 4.4% have him. 568, so you're paying a bit more. Break even at 31, so he's probably pushing up 600k after this week. You said his last 3, he's gone set. Lowest was 71. All of them had a try, which he should get, especially with their draw. Even the game without a try, he put up a 36. I thought for a centre wing, it's not the worst. He has at least 17 odd runs a game.
And considering he scores a try more games than he doesn't, he'd been in that team.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Just upcoming around Broncos, Warriors, Dragons, Bulldogs, Titans. I can't see him averaging less than 60. So I think he's a great option if you have the cash at centre wing.
Yeah.
You boys both agree?
Yeah, well, they've already
Fancy
scored
Tupou.
8 tries down that side, so they're averaging 2 a game. I can see that increasing.
Yep. Next one on the list is also at centre wing. I actually touched on him at the start of the year, but no, he seems to always be down pod ownership. But Sione Katoa, he's 563, break even at 30, so similar boat. Very, very similar to Tupou, that his last 3 games he hasn't scored below 71, and all of them had a try and a line break, exactly like Tupou. In his game without a try, he only put up a 15, which is a slight worry. But I think on the ends of Hines and Kennedy this year, I think he can maintain close to that 60-point average. And at 1%, I'm shocked at the amount of people going Talakai, when and the likes of Firma when Katoa's a much higher ceiling than players like that. So and better job security.
Talakai's a cash grab, I think. Most people are going for the back-to-back 100 money. Katoa, for me, like you said, his floor's 15. That's, if you're going to spend the money, I think it's a little bit less or a little bit more for Tupes, isn't
Sorry,
it?
I wasn't Talakai's at second row. The one I was thinking of was Xavier Coates. Similar to him in that he's got no base, but he's on the end of a back line where they're going to score a lot of tries.
Yeah.
So that's what I was putting the whole Sione Katoa down to. If you think Hines and Kennedy and Sharks are going to be a top 6 team, I think then he's going to average 60 plus for the year.
Yeah.
So he's definitely on the right side. Next one on the list is a bit of a surprising one. Wanga Blake. He's been on an absolute run, and Parramatta have just been on fire. He's averaged 59 through the first 4 games. He's comes up a run of Titans, Tigers, Knights, and Cowboys over the next month, which we're going to touch on as well, Con. So he's got a break even at 9. The one stat that I love that so far in his 4 games, he's averaged 9 points a game in tackle bus. So you put up the likes of Talakai or those type of players with tackle bus, and Wanga Blake's been right up there. He's actually, I think he's been a bit trappy in the past, but this year, I don't know, I think I've seen a new Wanga Blake. Do you boys think I'm on a different planet, or have you seen a new Wanga Blake too?
No, I've always seen potential there. He's just now in the position where the Eels love to attack the most, which he's benefiting from. So, yeah, I think make the most of it while he's there.
He doesn't have to pass the ball anymore.
Nah.
So he's on the end of it. So he's fast. He's strong, like you said. He's 9 tackle breaks.
He's about that 450 option, so he's a little bit cheaper.
Wing's probably his position. Like if we be real, like he's probably been out of position his whole NRL career.
Well, when Russell went down, I seen he got named on the wing. I went and picked him up in a few drafts.
Yeah.
So I knew there was going to be points there for him.
Why didn't you share with me?
I did. I think I said it on the podcast a week or 2 ago.
Yeah, but not like when it was anyway.
Yep.
Next one on the list was Cody. Now, Cody, I feel as though if you don't have Munster or D-Bags, then I think he's your man to go to. I think there's no point bringing one of them two in now. I think Cody's your man. Come with that draw coming up, like we touched on before. Even if you do have Munster or Brown there, I think once Schneider or Ilias peaks, I think you should be going straight to Cody. He's got nothing of a flaw. Relies on attacking stats. Even in 2 games, he has scored a try. He hasn't even cracked 60.
Well, thanks to Lewis.
And the 2 games without a try, he hasn't cracked 30. So
well, his stats were just up there. Then he's very, very poor this year. His highest score is 59. It's not.
He
what
hasn't looked like
for.
he's been wanting to be out there. But I just think he's dropped that much cash now at 580. He's still got a break even at 75, so you can wait a week or 2. But at that ownership, he's got the ability to go 150 plus, which not many other players do.
Yeah, he does. But he got a 17 the other week,
and
that for me is unacceptable when you're in that's a Monet shit.
Yeah, but
that's a Monet shit.
Munster didn't put up too much more this week.
Munster got a 33 still.
He
5 blokes around him got massive scores. Like at the end of the day, Munster didn't have to do much last week. Well, Munster wasn't called upon.
Are you a fan, Con?
Not at the moment.
No.
I just don't know about South at the moment. They're a bit up in the air for
you
me.
always prefer the Campbell Graham option at South.
Yeah, if I'm going anywhere, I'm going Campbell Graham's a good base centre wing.
Yeah, and the last one on the list now was also back at the Sharks with their run was Jesse Ramian. Now, every year he seems to be a pod.
Love Jesse Ramian.
He's 550 odd, break even at 31. He's averaged 56 through the first 4 games. But the best thing with him compared to all the other centre wings is he doesn't need those tries to get his scores. He's got some ability to just break tackles and get offload. So that base attack just shoots him right up there.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Jesse.
He's a safe option, so I don't think, he hasn't got the ceiling of those others. But if you're more into your safety, I think Jesse's 1%. A lot of people jumped on the back last year, and he didn't burn too many. You boys like him, or you wouldn't go near him?
I do.
Once you build up that cash at centre wing.
I do. I like Jesse Ramian. He's solid, man. Like you said, when he runs the ball hard, and he runs it back ferociously. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to be in front of the bloke trying to tackle it. You know?
I don't like him. I think, he's got good base, but he just doesn't get the attacking stats. So he doesn't attract any. He hasn't never been really a top 10 centre wing average by the end of the year, really, let alone top 5, which you really want. So
Couldn't be his breakout year for you, or you just don't see that?
I think he's had plenty of times to have a breakout year. Personally, I don't know. He's got great work rate, great base, great tackle busting ability, strong, but he just doesn't seem to find the attacking stats regularly enough.
Yeah.
Nah.
No,
Damn
you
you last
go,
year,
you
fucking
go
Katoa.
Katoa because he's on the better side. But
Makes me crook.
Supercoach 360 podcast.